Hey, you ever sit there and wonder, why am I not experiencing the fullness of God? We hear about it. We hear about the fullness of God all the time, but we sit there and we think, why am I not experiencing the fullness of God? Why am I not experiencing healing? Why am I not being delivered from these thoughts that I keep having? Why am I still stuck in my sin? Why am I still stuck over here? What if I told you that maybe it's not about your sin, that it's more about your pride, which I guess is a sin. But what if I told you that sin in your life feeds on your pride? What if I told you that your pride is what keeps you hanging on to that sin? What if I told you that your pride is what keeps you from hanging on to that unforgiveness? What if I told you that pride is what keeps you hanging on to the bitterness and the grudges and the malice and the anger and all that stuff? What if I told you that was pride? And disclaimer, I'm standing here telling you this, and the Lord is dealing with me on that same pride issue. So pride isn't always just about looking in the mirror and going, man, you are something special. You are awesome. It's not about having this hyped up image about yourself. Sometimes pride is literally the fact that you have clung to self for so long, maybe as a security blanket, that you have clung to self for so long that instead of clinging to Jesus, you hang on to that security blanket and that unforgiveness and that bitterness and that malice. And that anger is all part of it. That you cling to those things because it's the only thing that keeps you moving, when Jesus is saying, let go of it, give it to me, and we'll take care of it for you. Maybe pride is what keeps us from being who we're supposed to be with other people, being the church, or being communal with other people, for lack of a better word. What I mean by that is, maybe our pride is what helps us to set expectations on other people, and when they don't meet those expectations, they have hurt us. They've sinned against us. But what if they didn't sin? What if they didn't even sin against God? Maybe sin is God's perspective, and really that we have our own expectations that we set on people because of our pride. What if pride has been the issue all along, and really all this journey is about is letting go of our pride and then surrendering ourselves completely to Jesus and dropping that little security blanket that we carry around with us that keeps us from experiencing the fullness of God? What if that's been the whole problem all along?